What's up, everybody? It's your boy Galaxy Greg coming at you with episode 2 of the Be More Nerdy podcast. With me today is DIVAxoxo.
Hi, my loves.
And today, DJ T Jones will not be with us, or he might be joining later.
He might pop in.
Yeah, he might pop in. We're not exactly sure.
Let's get to the shit, slow dummy.
Yeah, fuck it. Right, so, today's topic is going to be anime protagonists and antagonists, or our favorites in animes. So we're gonna just go right into it.
Start with anime.
Before we go right into it, okay. I wrote down 2 questions.
Okay.
Question number 1. You can go ahead. It's gonna be a back and forth. What makes a good hero / protagonist?
That's a good question. All right, so like growth and development, because like a lot of times they start off like really starry-eyed, but if they don't change from that, except for in there's only one person's case where I'm like, he doesn't change from being like the starry-eyed kind of kid, and even him, he kind of changes, but not as much as most. But like when they change and they like, all right, like it's not all, everything ain't sweet out here, like everything ain't all roses.
Get a nice slice of life. Because the first thing you said, that made me think of like Deku, because he was all like, I want to be hero, and then like you're like, yo, this hero shit is not, it's for this ain't for the weak of heart. I'm getting my ass kicked every day. But like, yeah, I mean, for me, what makes a good hero or protagonist is someone, they have to be relatable, because otherwise you don't want to really watch the show. Like, they have to be someone who's like, all right, I can understand where you're coming from. And then you see them grow. That character growth is super important, because like you have a protagonist that just never grows and is just always freaking dumb strong and never struggles. It's like, all right, what am I watching? It's like watching Goku just beat on the androids. It was like, this is expected. What the fuck? And it made me mad. Like,
no, like seriously, like Goku is one of my least favorite. We probably should have did a least favorite list maybe next week. But it's one of my least favorite. Whereas like, okay, like you know how Goku never changes, like he's always so starry-eyed and hopes for the best, but like it doesn't work. But like in Luffy's case, don't know if that's on your list, sorry if it is. In Luffy's case, like he does change, like he goes from being like starry-eyed and happy-go-lucky to like kind of like, all right, like I get there's other things in the world that are a little bit more important. Granted, he still is like goofy and like, this is what I'm gonna do and I'm gonna do it this way, but like he's not always like,
oh yeah, most definitely, because like after that 2-year time skip especially, you saw like how he kind of changed, because he was trying to get in that ass whoop. It was like, all right, we need to just get dumb strong, because being goofy ain't working out. So like he's still Luffy, like yeah, he still jokes and laughs all the time, but when it's time to pull up, I mean Luffy's always right.
Right.
Exactly.
So
then the second question is, what makes a good villain and or antagonist?
The reason, like, no, really,
you're evil.
Like the reason you're evil. Like if you're just evil for the sake of being evil, like that's no fun. But like if some effed up stuff happened to you and that's why you're evil, like, oh, I don't want to say it. Is Shigaraki on your list?
No, but I knew someone was. I didn't choose anything for My Hero because I knew someone would. I knew TJ would probably say something like that.
Oh, I hope he doesn't. But you know how Shigaraki, like, if just the right thing would have happened right after, his tragic moment. No spoilers on my part. After his little tragic moment, if the right thing would have happened, if the right person reached out to help him, he would have probably turned out a lot different. I mean,
he would probably end up being a hero.
He would have been a hero. I mean, a tragic hero, but he still would have been a hero. Whereas, like, just one person can just change it, and it's like those kind of stories, not like, oh, I just want to be bad because I can be bad.
You mean like Dobby, basically?
Well,
Dobby has some tragic backstory.
It's something happening with Dobby, but like when your first impression of Dobby,
up until the recent chapters, you don't really know that.
Yeah. But your first impression of Dobby, it's like, okay, you're evil for the sake of being evil. Like, who cares? But no, Dobby's gonna be interesting.
Man, Killian's kirking out there, huh?
Can y'all hear him? You can hear him?
Just a little bit. He's not loud.
Oh, he's like 2 rooms over, but you know how he gets. He'll chill out. Killian's my dog, guys. He's adorable.
No, it's her child. She just puts him in a crate like a horrible parent.
I not.
But for me, it's not, like you said, the reason, but it's also the relatability to the reason. Like, if I had a black antagonist on a white reader basis, they wouldn't understand. Yeah, I'm evil because white society done screwed me over. They'd be like, "What did white society do to you, man?" Like, but if in like Shigaraki's case, or even in I was gonna actually use an example. Like, if you're spoilers, if you don't know or don't read the shit, get ahead.
We're not supposed to spoil.
Look, I gave him a warning. They can go 10 seconds ahead. But basically, like, he killed his parents, and he killed his father and his mother and all of his family. Basically, all of his immediate family. He killed them on accident, except for his father. And because of that, he was homeless. And until someone found him and saved him, who was one for all, or all for one. Yeah, because since All for One saved him, that was his idol. If someone like All Might saved him, that would have been his idol. Because to him, the Society of Heroes failed. The Society of Heroes...
Nobody saved him.
Yeah, nobody saved him. So I would understand, like, if I was in that situation, I'd be pissed too. Especially as a child. So, like, I think it's like the relatability that you have to someone's story. Like, you can say, I can understand why you're doing that. I don't agree with the methods, but I understand what you're doing.
So for you, no matter what it is, whether it's your hero, your protagonist, your antagonist, your villain, it's the relatability. That was what makes him a good character.
If I can't even see a little bit of myself in you, like, I might not like you as a hero. Because, like, there's definitely some protagonists that I don't like. Like, I like the story and shit around them, but I don't like some protagonists just because, like, I don't relate to you at fucking all.
I think I know who your favorite is going to be because, like, in the beginning, nobody related to him, and he was probably the worst protagonist in anime history. And right now, even though I don't read it, you know, I watch my review videos like a weirdo, he is killing the game. And I think I know who you're.
I'm going to surprise you because you
think
you know, but I guarantee you. I guarantee it.
I just want no judgment because, you know, I think all of my favorite people are like psychotic.
I mean, I don't have a problem with that because the crazy people are usually the most methodical.
All right.
But so let's get into our favorite anime characters.
Okay, anime. You'll start?
Anime. I'll start.
Go.
So my favorite protagonist, I said, was Roro no Azora.
He's not a protagonist. I thought that was a side character.
No, he's still a protagonist. He's still a part of the main crew.
Yeah, I put Sanji on my side characters list, so now I feel away.
I put him because, look, he's someone I can relate to. That whole, like, I've been saying a quote from him since I was young. Like, when they were, I forgot what arc it was, but when they were going after Chopper, trying to get him from
Drum Island.
Yep. And he didn't wear a shirt like almost the entire time they were there. He was like, my warrior spirit keeps me warm. Like, man's is just all toughness. Like,
you're not tough.
Shoulder straps and muscle. I relate to him more so because of, like, I guess the warrior's code in my mind. Like, you can push through anything, you can persevere through anything with just that mental strength. Because even when he took Luffy's pain, like, what did he tell Sanji? What happened here? Nothing at all. He was supposed to die, like, and guess what? He didn't, because Zoro's a fucking boss.
Oh,
and
so
I can relate to that.
Because you didn't die?
I didn't die and I'm a fucking boss. You're damn right. But I mean, if we had to go with anyone else, I'd say probably Meliodas.
Oh, Meliodas is a good one.
Because since I can't have a secondary character, my favorite, because Meliodas, he's someone who is very calm and like goofy, so I can relate to the goofiness, you know, when I want to be. But in terms of just seriousness, like when it's time to pull up, he was always ready. That's what made him my favorite. And then the fact that, like, in the beginning, you don't know anything about why, so it just became a story of, all right, let me figure out what's going on with this guy. He's supposed to be this ultra powerful person, but I haven't seen him do that much. I saw him like throw a spear, and that was dope, but that's not like groundbreakingly powerful.
I agree. But Meliodas, like, are you reading it? Or are you...
I haven't read it since they were about to go into the demon world.
Before Bond goes?
What? No. Like where I was, they beat the Demon King for the first time.
Oh, okay. So yeah, but he has like great development throughout. Like you realize he's not just the
emotions.
Yeah, well, he doesn't just develop them; they just throw them at him. They go get them. But like he goes from being like, this. You realize he's not just a goofy, happy character. Like actually, he's not happy at all.
That nigga got a dark past.
Like he's not happy. He's not like anything. He's not anything. He's like, he actually has no emotions. Like the emotions you do see are fairly fake. Like it's just him. Like it's a facade.
I just know how to put him on because I've been doing this for thousands of years.
Literal thousands of years.
And that's and I love the tragic aspect of his story. And like, it was like, damn, like when you found it out, you're like, damn, you've been reliving the love of your life, dying over and over. And whenever she remembers you, you have 3 days before she dies again.
Right.
You haven't been able to do anything about it for years.
Right.
I also think it's a little weird that he raised her and was like definitely planning on fucking her because like
that's weird.
What the hell?
That's so weird.
But it's her reincarnation, so it was destined to happen.
So what? Still weird.
Yeah, definitely weird.
Hold on. Okay, so on to my favorite.
Go ahead.
So I had a heart. It was hard pick for my favorite hero because I don't typically like a lot of the heroes. Like, I mean, they're all cool or whatever, but I tried to like pick like a main character for like my hero, and then I picked a side character as like my other favorite. So like, but I wasn't sure, so I'm gonna go with Edward Elric. It's my favorite anime, so it kind of makes sense. But like they go from being just regular kids to okay, something tragic happens, as in I'm spoiling the whole thing right now, guys, so you might want to skip over it if you don't want Full Metal spoiled for you. But it's been out more than 10 years, so spoil rules don't apply.
Hey, yo.
It's been out for forever. Like, if you haven't seen it yet, you're lost. Like, you actually lost. So, start out as starry-eyed kids. They lose their mom. Then they're like, okay, we have to figure out a way to maybe bring her back, which already is wrong. And like, they're taught like you should never do it. But I mean, when you're a kid and you lose your mom and you think that you have the ability or the power to bring it back, that's what you're going to do. And like, you just see them grow from like being little kids and like just that idea. And even like after that, it's like, okay, yeah, it didn't work this way, but maybe we can make it work another way, and learning like it's actually not possible. You should never do anything like that. Like, and
like one of the forbidden alchemy things.
Right. It's forbidden, and why it's forbidden. And then just like them realizing like, okay, we have to grow up. Like, not people die, but like our mom is gone and there's nothing we can do about it, and learning to accept that, and then try to fix all the other mistakes they made, trying to make that happen. They become like real adults.
And learn that their mom was staying dead for a while. But that's the thing, like, because alchemy is the main thing, the main power that the show revolves around. Right. Equivalent exchange, and Ed talks about it all the freaking time.
But what is an equivalent exchange? And that's the big question, like, of the series. What's the equivalent exchange of a human soul? Like, what else? What can equal a human soul other than like not another one? That doesn't add up. Like, there's nothing that can. I mean, it's deep. Like, when you think about it. And just watching him and his brother like go from like little kids to understanding, one, we can't do this, or maybe we can't even, and then understanding maybe we can't even fix the mistakes we made to ourselves. Like, I might not be able to get my brother's body back. I may not be able to fix my own body. Like, those kind of realizations. It's real. Like,
yeah, because that was like that's literally the main premise of the show. And as they go on, like, learn about philosopher stones and all, like, he tells you all the time, like, and I think it was like the first episode, he was like, the human body is made of this percentage of this percentage of this percentage of this. We did that exactly to the milligram, and we fucked up. And it was like, and they were just looking at him like, whoa, is that how you lost your leg? And he's like, basically.
Yeah. And my brother lost his entire body doing it.
So does that mean like Alphonse is on? Because when homie tried to bring his mom back, he lost his leg, and Alphonse lost his body. But he brought his brother's soul back with just an arm. In theory, he should have lost a lot more. I was saying that Shit, what was I saying? Oh, I was saying that shouldn't technically Alphonse be worth more than just an arm? Because I mean, yes, but you kind of answer. They kind of answer the question. Alphonse's child soul was worth an arm.
Yeah. Well, not just the soul, not the rest of them though. Like you're missing. Literally, you just have the soul. You don't have the body. Or
well, if they each gave up an arm, they wouldn't be in this position.
Maybe.
Nope, they wanted to be greedy and keep their arms.
Well, you need an arm to do alchemy, at least one.
Unless you're fucking Mustang, my boy.
He has one hand too. He snaps.
Yeah, you only need one.
Or Scar.
So, yeah, Scar too. So my favorite
Oh wait! I forgot my backup. My side character. My favorite side character is Bond.
Bond. Yeah, I like Bond too. Even though he's kind of a shitty friend.
He is, but he has a reason. Like, and then not only
the love of my life died, and I have immortality. World sucks.
Yeah, but he doesn't, and he feels like he's the only one who's going through that until he learns, like, no, not only am I not the only one, that my best friend has watched the love of his life die, 87 times? Or the 83rd or 80?
It was like 87 times. She was like the 87th.
Gradation or something crazy like that. And he's like, wow, like I really am a shitty friend. All I was caring about me and my problems, and I need to care about, everybody else's. And then, he gets a power up once he stops being so selfish. So.
And then he watches his best friend die.
Right. Then he has to watch his.
Because I read that chapter. See it. I was in tears. I did crying, but like, I was in metaphorical tears. It hurt so much to watch. He's like, no, I just got him back. Come on, man. Right. And he was giving it his all too. Like, you could see how hard he was trying not to let him die.
I love Bond.
And then the worst part about it was afterwards, they didn't even give a fuck about him being there. They're like, well, Melios is dead. Let's bounce.
Yeah, he really tried with all of his might to not let Melios.
He tried with all of their might.
Right, because he was still in their strength, and it still wasn't working. But
well, there's a limit to how much his body can hold.
Yeah.
All right, so my favorite antagonist. I'm basic for this one, but I don't care. Madara Uchiha.
It's actually a good pick, though. Like, Madara, it should have ended with Madara. Like, who needed Kagura? We didn't need
it. It made sense. So, what it was for me was the fact that Madara was so methodical. He played the first Hokage. He played the Leaf Village. So, back to what I was saying, he played everybody. He was methodical about it. He played his own death. And then after orchestrating all these catastrophic events throughout the entire plot line, he ended up being all the badass you thought he was.
All of it.
Like, he was hyped up. He was talked about, and then he was just sitting in the desert, and they pulled up like, this Madara Uchiha, we gotta fight him. And he just proceeded to just beat everybody's ass.
With taijutsu. He beat the whole army without using not one ninjutsu, not a genjutsu, just regular fighting for people who don't know what that is. Just them, all these hands. Get these hands. Like, that's it.
Like 21 Savage said, niggas don't want to fight no more. I will beat someone the fuck up. Yo, that's what he did. And it was just seeing that hype and then seeing him become even more powerful. Even though his reasoning was literally just like to rule the world and fight his best friend once again. But like, just seeing all that is like crazy. And it just furthers my opinion of the Uchiha, because they all suck in my opinion. But the fact of the matter is, the Uchiha are literally just emotional people who gain power from being emotional.
They just, I don't know, always on their period.
Yeah. Why do you think their eyes are red?
That's their period. Their eyes are.
Yeah.
But no, like, he really did. And even, but like, it's not just, but it's also not out of nowhere that he wants to rule the world. Like, there's understanding. There was this, like, he grew up in war, saw nothing but his whole family die, and he just wanted all that to be over. And, like, he felt like he could do it best. Like, I can fix all of this the best in my way or the highway.
Yep. Yeah, especially because, like, you saw your family die, your best friend's family live, and then after losing a war, niggas still don't like you. You ain't even do shit. And niggas are just like, and then his brother wants to high-key exterminate you niggas. Like, yo, what the, like, I would feel bad too. Like, once again, that's that relatable factor. It's like, yo, what the fuck? I ain't even do shit no more.
I've been chilling.
I surrendered. I'm chilling.
I'm helping.
I'm being a helpful member in society. And y'all niggas just hate me.
Right.
So that's my favorite anime.
Okay, so I'm not gonna be cliche and pick somebody from my favorite anime again. I'm gonna pick Sosuke Aizen.
That is your favorite anime still. What do you mean?
It's in my top, but it's not my favorite. I was gonna say Wrath.
Wrath?
Yeah.
From what?
Full Metal.
Oh, from yo, I would have took Wrath, King Bradley. Wrath?
But it's like King Bradley, but Aizen did it better because, yeah, Wrath like hid under the radar forever, like until it was time to come out. But Aizen did it so much better. Not only did he fake his death, he got it blamed on somebody who like wasn't even there. Like, I mean, granted, they like took advantage of it, but like it didn't make sense that they were the ones to kill him. And of course, we knew that, but like it didn't add up. Then he took over Waco Mundo. He took it over. He took over a whole kingdom by his lonesome. Then came back and started a whole war and probably would have won. Like, he most likely would have won that war. But they're like, oh, the Hogyoku. And he wanted to get defeated. So that's why he was defeated. Nah, like, and plot armor. We're going to give it to plot armor to why he was defeated. Because there's no way he should have lost. And then on top of all that, okay, he lost, and then, like, if you read it, you find out he's still boss. They got him locked in a chair, cutting off more than 50% of his power, and he still is able to, like, hold his own against everybody else.
Yeah, he was pretty tough.
Not just tough, he was smart, like, had everything planned out.
Yeah, that like I said, this is the makings of a good antagonist. You can't just have a dumb antagonist like fucking Vegeta coming to Earth. I'm here for the Dragon Balls. I'ma fuck y'all up. Where's Goku? Nigga, no one give a shit. Fuck that. Pull up. I came because my family got killed by some alien, so I'm here to avenge them by killing everybody. Okay, bet. I understand your method, but I don't agree with it.
Exactly. Like, 1 + 1 ain't equaling 2 here, Vegeta, sir. But like, even Aizen, like, he didn't have like the best reasoning behind everything. He was like, I'm the smartest, I'm the best, so I'm gonna test it. Like, I guess, but just the way he went about it, it was just like, if he didn't want to get caught, he wouldn't have never gotten caught. Like, right? Actually, he didn't. He showed up and was like, all right, so I did it all. What's good?
You, not me. Because that actually sounds like my D&D character in one back like sophomore year ish, because we played it in the dorms, and like he was exiled for like theft, and he was someone who had a lot of pride, so he was exiled from his village for theft. But he was like, bet y'all think I'm a thief? Let me show you what a real thief is. So that's his backstory.
And he just stole everything.
He's a tough ass thief. All right, so now we're gonna move on to my personal favorite, DC.
Oh, DC is my favorite. I'm so happy you wanted to do DC first, because Marvel was hard. I couldn't think of a villain.
Marvel was actually hard. I couldn't think of villains. So
Marvel villains suck. That's why. You could quote me on it.
Sorry, Marvel. You guys suck dick at making villains. Heroes are great. Don't get me wrong. Your heroes are excellent.
Villains?
But your villains, fucking
I hope
trash.
we don't have the same villain.
Oh, no, we don't. Mine is like Pain. It's a squad.
Oh, okay. We'll get there.
So my favorite DC hero is actually Static Shock.
Oh,
if you know me, you know Static is my fucking
good pick. I like that.
Why? Because he was actually, fun fact, he was actually never a part of the DC universe. He's a part of what's known as the Dakotaverse, which is like a sub area which is not owned by DC, but they purchase license to use things like Static Shock. So that's why his show got canceled and he wasn't in Young Justice as long and all that, because they keep them alive. Heroes like Icon, I think Jubilee is her name.
I don't know Jubilee. Jubilee is Marvel.
It's not Jubilee. It's something like that though. Icon. What's the chick from Young Justice? One that had all the colors of her emotions were her powers.
Oh, what's her name? I know it. I can't tell you. Look, Google.
LMAO.
Keep going. I'll tell you in a second.
But she's actually from the Dakotaverse too. And yeah, and those characters are actually licensed out to keep that company oftentimes so that they have enough money to, keep it going, because they don't want to sell them to DC. And I don't know why, because please do it. I want a Static Shock movie. I want a Static Shock
I want the show back. Please.
Please. Because look, his show gave him such a good message. His it had messages for Black people, white people.
Halo.
Yes, Halo. That's her name. His show had messages if you were Black, if you were white, if you were young, if you were old, if you were a thug, if you were a nerd. Because he was around all of those people. His best friend's dad was fucking racist. Like, it don't get no better than that.
Like, your best friend. It's literally your best friend.
And the best part was he had amazing characters. This kid who was getting bullied and unsure of himself to almost joining a gang, and almost joining a gang got him powers, but he learned like that's not the way, because that nigga was like, yo, you gotta stay strapped, and my man's Virgil was about that life. But more or less, like, it's just crazy because like his powers are like, if you watch the show and read the comics, he had regeneration power. At one point his arm got cut off and he used his powers to reattach it. Like,
I'm surprised you didn't say Black Lightning.
Black Lightning is cool in the show, like expressing him a lot now. It's great too. But Static will always have my heart. My man's had locks. He was young. I could always relate to him, even though I was younger than him in the show. But he was always a character that like I loved, and he's the reason like electricity is like the main power I would always want. Like, he was creative with how he used it too. Like, it was just so much. And then he was like an honorary member. Even as a kid, he became a part of the Justice League. So
as a kid, that's just, which is high honor.
Mm-hmm.
So mine. Okay, so quick fact: all of my favorite superheroes don't have powers. I hate powers. Like, I don't know. I'm attracted to the mind. So my favorite DC superhero is Batman, by far.
Nigga, he does have a superpower. That nigga's rich. Ain't no other regular. All the niggas with superpowers got a day job. This nigga don't have to do shit.
He does. He has to be Bruce Wayne.
3 to 5 days for shipping. That's it.
So, but it's just the mind on him. Like, think about it. He has a contingency plan, not just for every member of the Justice League, for himself. Even if he was to ever get compromised, he has a plan to take himself out. Like, who?
If you haven't seen the movie, see Justice League. What is it? Shit, what's the movie called? Justice League Doom?
It is Doom.
Yeah, Doom. It's basically a movie where a supervillain finds Batman's plans to take out every Justice League member if they were to turn. Because Batman's always got a contingency, so he's always ready.
But he's always ready for worst case scenario, which is like I like that's how you gotta be in life. I mean, granted, his is like super exaggerated, but like that's how you gotta be in life. You can't just go through life thinking everything is gonna be good and sweet. It's not. Like, you gotta be prepared for worst case, and he is always prepared for the worstest of worst case. Like,
yep, a way to take out all of them. And he even said one in his own, like, his method of taking out him. Said, look, I got super deep psychological problems with my parents. Like, if you needed to take me out, incapacitate me using something with that, I don't know what, but something, because I still haven't gotten over that shit. Like, he was honest and like.
And granted, it got him kicked out of the Justice, which kind of sucks, because it's like, can y'all be mad that he was prepared? But I get it. Like, you feel betrayed. Like, you're always ready. Like, how can we trust you if you're always ready to take us out? But in my mind, it's just like, he is looking out for the betterment of. He don't think small. He always thinking big picture. He looking for the betterment of everyone. And then, like, you get your different versions of Batman if you like read through the comics and stuff, just your different types. Like they all still though had that base level, granted trauma, lots and lots of trauma, but like how he applies it and uses it. And then, he got his gang, you got the Batgirls, the Robins, the Nightwing. So it's just, Batman is just great. I love him.
But I was gonna pick him, but honestly, I knew one of you two would
Thank you
pick
for
him.
not picking Batman.
Like, I love Batman. He's actually one of my favorites. Like, he's definitely number 2 behind Virgil, but it's just because, like, literally every comic describes him as being the world's greatest detective. He is super strong beyond normal human bounds. He doesn't have fast healing. He always just is able to heal.
He has a high pain tolerance.
Every martial art. Yeah, he's literally the best a human can be. And because of that, I like him because like he pushed himself to just be that. Why? Because
and he's human. He's 100% human. He can die. He can be hurt. He can be incapacitated. Like it happens all the time. People just like everybody want to be on Superman dick.
Yo, I fucking hate Superman. Superman can die.
He could. Like everybody always wants Superman dick. Even like first of all, complaint. That Justice League movie where Batman was like, we gotta bring back Superman. First of all, Batman would never. I don't need y'all to ever disrespect my Batman like that. He would never say, he's gonna be a better leader than me. Maybe. But that's not how Batman works.
Yeah, Batman don't suck nobody's dick. He suck his own dick.
At best.
Because it's like it's been proven in every comic, every movie. If you give Batman enough time, he will figure out how to do some shit. I don't know how, I don't know why, but every time.
And if you really want to fight me, Batman can beat Superman. Fight me.
No, he can. Like it's been proven in multiple
things,
comics,
all the time, all through every years,
multiple movies, everything. Like there's a movie about it where, and this is why like contingency plans need to be made. Like there's a whole bunch of comic book timelines where Lois Lane, she's pregnant and she dies because of the.
And Superman goes crazy.
Yep, Superman goes crazy because his unborn child and wife just died.
And he take out
and
Batman is the one to take him out every time.
Yep, and like it was like if it was like all the people that supported Batman, he either killed or incapacitated. Like he took out Green Arrow by cutting off his arm. So he was like, I don't want to kill you. I'm gonna just take you out by stopping you. And this man, Batman, was an old ass man during this time too. Beat the fuck out of Superman. He was like, Bruce, don't do it. Beats the fuck out of him. He said, I could kill you right now, but I'm not going to because I want you to live with this shit knowing I'm the one that beat you. I'm like, yo, you got your ass beat by old ass Batman.
Old ass Batman. You're supposed to be Superman. Like, oh man, get the fuck out of here. But like, and that's why Batman's my favorite because it's like, granted, it's not 100% possible, but it is possible to be Batman. It's impossible to be Superman, but it is possible to become Batman. Like, I mean, it's a stretch. It's a stretch, but it is possible.
Look, you can have you can't have the whole trifecta, but you can have 2 of the 3 things. You can't be rich, strong as fuck, and smart as fuck. You can have one of those. You have 2 of them.
2 of them is pretty good.
2 of them pretty good. 2 of them pretty good.
All right, who's your villain for DC?
All right, my favorite villain. Sticking with the fuck Superman mentality. Doomsday, because my man's came and beat the fuck out of him. Yes, beat his shit in. Niggas thought Superman was dead. Niggas was scared. Yeah, I don't like Superman.
I'm gonna name this episode "Fuck Superman."
I don't. That's the thing. I don't like him because like he's supposed to be what humans air quotes strive to be. He's supposed to be like a god to us, and I don't like that. Like, don't come raining down saying you're better than me, bitch. Get down here and see me with the hands, but let me get my kryptonite breath. But like I don't like that. Like the writers literally try and make him so all powerful, like he can't be beaten. And then like recent writers have made it so like if he sits in the sun for 5 minutes, he becomes Superman Prime, which is like God, and he can reset the world if he so pleases. Nah, fuck that. Fuck that, man. Superman. I hate him. I really do. I really don't like Superman. I have no reason to like him. Also, Doomsday. I like Doomsday's backstory. He was an organism that scientists just on his planet just kept sending back out into this unlivable environment. And every time he died, they'd scoop up his remains and recreate them. Now, what they didn't know is he remembered every time that happened. And they did this every time until his body or his genomes eventually adapted so that he could live in this non-breathable, non-survivable environment with no food, no water, just carnage. And eventually his body evolved so much that he could live in anything. He can breathe in deep space. If you kill him one way, you can't kill him a second way. He revives himself. So like every time Superman killed him, he had to find a new way. And then after a certain point in time, Superman can't kill him. His solution is to throw him into deep space.
And then how about, and this is plot armor again, Doomsday kills Superman, and then, oh, he didn't really kill him. His heart slowed down just slow enough that you can't trace it. And then his body healed itself. No. Yeah. Superman died.
No, he beat that man.
He beat that ass.
He beat that man within a literal inch of his life. Like, if Superman farted hard enough, his heart stopped. So... And I'm pretty sure he shat himself during that ass. It was bad.
It was so bad.
It was bad.
It was so bad.
Yo, Superman pulled up thinking he got this, and that was the ass whooping lifetime. So
fuck Superman.
He never forgot that ass whooping.
Okay.
That's all I gotta say.
So, alrighty. So I have two, but that's because I couldn't pick. Because one you can't have without the other. So one of my villains you can't have without his hero. But then the other one, he's just dope as fuck. But I don't have much to say on him. My favorite villain, though, is the Joker.
I knew you were gonna say that.
You can't have, but like you can't have Joker without Batman. Like it just doesn't work. Like if he was anywhere else, it's just like, all right, who this doofy, nigga. But like Joker, he is the perfect villain. Like, and then every movie on the Joker has been good, except for Suicide Squad. But Suicide Squad is a shitty movie, so nobody can think about it. So don't even think about that Joker. But every Joker, even...
That was the worst Joker to date.
Even though the Joker is different in a lot of, like, in every, like, kind of Batman, it's always good. Like, I've never seen but, like, the Joker is always good. He's always got that core crazy, but it's, like, it's driven from a place. And then his backstory, I mean, if we ever really know his backstory, because, there's no, like, real backstory. But even
the real one's the comic book one. Come on, don't play yourself.
I mean, they even say that one is like, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. You heard it from the Joker, so it's true.
Technically, it all depends on what timeline
that is also a thing. But let's not get complicated. But
look, my favorite one is the one
Red Hood,
where he was poor. The Red Hood, where he was a Red Hood, helped up, and his wife got in a car accident. His pregnant wife, got into a car accident right before he did a job for fell in a vat of acid, and like he just literally went insane after that. He was broke. He was a failing comedian, and he snapped at him.
And just snapped.
He lost everything in one
My
night.
actual favorite Joker is from the timeline where instead of his parents dying, Bruce Wayne dies. And so
in Black
Point. So Martha's the Joker, and what is his fucking father's name? Why can't I think of it?
Thomas.
Thomas Wayne is Batman, and like that dynamic is sick. It's so sick, but it's so good. Like it's a grieving mother and a grieving father, and their ways of how they go about like grieving for their son, and so good. It's so good.
That Batman didn't give a fuck about shit.
Oh no, he carried a gun. He carried a gun because
carried a fucking gun. He didn't give a
because his son was killed with a gun. So he was like, I'm gonna carry a gun too. But then his mother is like, I'm gonna kill everybody. I'm gonna kill everybody because y'all killed my kid. So it's just like, But like, it's the dynamic between Batman and the Joker that makes Joker such a good villain. Like,
okay, in terms of DC, I just wanted to be known. Flash fucks the most shit up.
Not on purpose. It's an accident.
I want to save my mom. Oh, I done changed the timeline. Oh, I gotta back. Oh, I done shit a fucking again. Like, yo, stop touching shit. He's that kid that goes in the store and breaks shit. And like every time he tries to fix it, he breaks more shit. Like, I love the Flash. Don't get me wrong. I think his powers are dope, but it's like, chill the fuck out,
right?
Bro.
Because like even when the Flash dies, it's like you still fucked up another time. Stay alive. Yes, that's how you get the anti-Justice League, because the Flash died.
Yep.
Flash is the root of all evil.
Someone should get that tattooed on them. I really know you're a fan.
But the other one is Vandal Savage.
I actually like him. Just because I don't understand him, but I like him because of it. Like, he's literally just what his name is. He's just an old ass nigga who's still around.
He's been around since the caveman days, and he survived. And because I've survived this long, I should run it. I've seen it all. I know it all, so I should run it. And everybody in the world like, but
you're a little fucking crazy,
right? But he still does it, and like it's not just. And then when you are introduced to him, you think it's like just the world, but no, like he's out in space. He's doing big things on the low, and it's just like that's a villain. Like that's a.
You know what's crazy? That nigga human,
and he's human.
He's
just human.
He's just old and strong. Like he knows magic.
Right.
He knows definitely. Just
I think I like humans. I just like humans. That's my. If you're a human,
no. I agree. Like I love humans.
If you're a human, you're my favorite
protagonist. I love normal people too. I just didn't want to pick them because I knew you would do it. Because like I share that same view. Like I love the fact that humans are stronger than what we know. We can surpass limits that we didn't even know we had.
Surpass your
all
limits.
That is just yes, surpass your limits. That shit to me is just amazing, and like just to see in comic books and stuff. That's one of the reasons we did this is because like I just love talking about it. Like it makes me want to try to surpass my limits to see fictional characters do it because it's based off of something.
Yeah,
like there are people that can lift 600 pounds. There are people that can run as fast as a car. Like these things can happen, but everyone's within their limitations. So.
Alrighty, on to our least favorite.
Okay.
Marvel.
Okay, the shit that's slightly below Superman. Nope. Marvel's definitely above Superman.
Marvel's above Superman.
I'm not gonna hold you.
Is Superman like our Boruto tier?
Yes, Superman is my Boruto. Superman and Boruto can go die in a fucking trash fire.
I wanted to get back into it, but I stopped and I could never mind. Next time. We'll talk about it later.
I'm literally just gonna watch the fights. People gonna be like, oh, it's a dope fight. You should watch the show.
I'll watch the fights and that's it.
Okay, so for Marvel, this is obvious. Simple, this is basic, but it's the truth. Favorite superhero is Spider-Man.
Oh, good, thank God. I thought you was gonna go with mine. Good pick though. Spider-Man is like the most pure superhero there will ever be, and it's like genuine to watch. Even when like at his worst, he's pure.
Is for that reason in specific. Spider-Man, just listen into this one. Spider-Man is so pure of heart. He can't wield Mjolnir.
Yeah.
Let me say that again. He's so pure of heart. He can't wield a hammer, in which you have to be pure of heart to use. The reason being, Mjolnir is a weapon meant to kill people, and since Spider-Man would never kill anybody, Mjolnir says, no, you can't use me, even though you're perfect.
You're too perfect.
Yeah, like, I mean, he did accidentally kill, like, one person, his girlfriend, but
it was an accident. He was saving her, and she snapped her neck.
He didn't save shit. He broke the fuck out her neck.
I don't know why he thought that would work. Like, she was gonna get whiplash. Like, it was bound.
Look, it works for every other situation. That was just the one. But I like him because with great power comes great responsibility. That's something that stuck with me. If you're a strong person and a leader, you have to be responsible with that energy. Like, you can't just go flaunting your nuts everywhere. Like, you gotta be reasonable. Like, and Spider-Man's always been someone who's to the point. He's goofy, and the jokes he has, every Spider-Man show, movie, game, they never fail with the jokes. And I don't know who writes them, but you need to be a stand-up comedian because I will listen and I will love you, pay for everything. I don't care. You're great.
But that's the thing. Like, look at how many different Spider-Man movies we have. We have 3 Spider-Man movie franchises.
I think it's like 4 different types of shows.
Countless
like,
shows. And the shows have been going on for years. The Spider-Man was one of the first superheroes to have a show. And then now, like, probably could release a show tomorrow and people would be into it. Like, and it would still be good no matter, like, what direction they go into. Like, and then Spider-Man has range. Like, he can be a high schooler. He can be a college student. He can be an adult. Like, he has that range where it's like, you see different points of his life, which just makes him more relatable. Like, I mean, I was a nerdy high schooler. Nobody knew I was a nerd, but like,
I mean, the best part about him, one of the best parts about him to me, or the funniest parts about him to me, is that people look at him as a nerd, but I don't know if you know this, but Spider-Man's had the most girlfriends out of any superhero, other than like Tony Stark and Batman.
Because those two are hoes. Oh, maybe that's why they're my hoes.
Yeah, but Spider-Man like lays fucking pipe. Like he's had wives, several girlfriends. I mean, they all kind of die one way or another. Like there's a timeline where he accidentally kills his wife because the spider bite made his sperm radioactive. So that was crazy.
I did not know that, but TMI kind of.
He gives her super cancer and she dies.
Okay, Deadpool.
Look, the lesson is pull out every time.
Okay. So you mentioned him. He's still my favorite. He's my Marvel Batman. He is my Marvel Batman.
Billionaires.
Tony Stark.
Yes, sir.
I mean, but Tony Stark, like outside of like the movie franchise, like his show in the comics, like Tony Stark is a deep character. He's been an alcoholic. There's been 2 Civil Wars. A lot of people don't know about the second 2 Civil Wars and he's okay. I'm about to like blow people's mind. How Endgame ended, and I believe it wholeheartedly.
Wait, you're cutting out a lot. I don't know if you need to move closer or something, but I heard you say how Endgame ended.
Was, in my opinion, kind of wrong. Because Steve Rogers was supposed to die on the court steps when he got turned in by Tony Stark. Because
he was supposed to die in Civil War.
Yeah, Civil War was when he was supposed to die. But he didn't get turned in Civil War.
Yeah.
But it's just like things like that developed Tony, because it was Tony's fault. Technically, because of the Civil War, and it's just stuff like that, and he had to live with it, and it affected the next Civil War that happened. Like he didn't want to do it again because he's like, I lost my best friend because of this. Because of what? Because we couldn't agree on something. So it's like stuff like that you see, like how, you know, even though Tony is Tony and he's always like the leader, the boss, like he really is just a man at the end of the day. He has real issues, real problems, real feelings.
Yeah, there's definitely the definite thing that I liked about Tony Stark. He went from being a selfish guy who's just a billionaire and didn't care about shit to becoming humble. Like each time something tragic happened to him, it humbled the fuck out.
More and more,
and like more and more, like to the point where he was like in the movies. It kind of shows it. If you watch the first movie and then the last movie, it shows it mainly. But as you watch it progressively, you still think he's a dick. But if you don't notice, like, his actions went from, I'm a superhero, I'm going to protect people, to, yo, I need to find the best way to protect not only the people, but other heroes. Like, I need to protect everybody.
Well, that was the problem. That was the issue with Ultron. That was the issue in Civil War. It's like, he's trying, and that's the best part of it. He's trying to develop, but keeps falling into old ways because a lot of it comes out of selfishness. It's like, I'm the only one who can do this. I'm the only one who can put everybody in this position to be great. And it's like, no, you don't have to, you don't have to bear it all on yourself. Like, you can spread it out and they're going to help you. But it's like watching that development and watching him learn that over time is beautiful. Like, even in the movies, like, you see it because you watch it in Endgame where he's like, I don't want help. I don't want to help. I just want to live my life. I got my kid. I got my wife. I lucked up and I'm going to take that luck and I'm going to sit in it. And then he's like, no, I can't be like that. Like, I know better now. Like, I can't. I got to help.
Yeah.
So.
Like, it is also just that factor of, like, I guess that's his hubris. He wants to protect everybody. Like, and he can't be selfish. And that's the makings of a true hero. Like, I think they said in My Hero Academia, he's like, he was like, a hero's someone who pokes his head into someone else's business so he can protect them.
Yeah.
And that's what Tony does. Like, a lot of the time he's saying, I need to be prepared for the next big thing so that nobody has to hurt me. Because I have the power to, I have to use it.
Yeah.
When in reality, sometimes just not use power would just save more lives.
Yeah, you just sit down and relax.
Relax. You need to chill, brother. Okay, now we can move
on villains.
Favorite villain.
Yeah.
So, this one I had to think about. I had to look.
No, I had to Google Marvel villains.
I
had to Google Marvel villains.
They're simple, like Magneto's simple. A lot of them have.
That's my pick.
That's your favorite. So he's just simple. Like his reasoning makes sense, but the way he goes about it, he was smart, but he could have did so much more.
He could have did so much.
Literally,
more.
Your power is fucking magnetism. You could just stop the world and kill everyone. I don't know.
That's not how he wanted to do it, but he's just supposed to be the perfect opposite of Xavier, where their goal is similar, like so similar, it's almost the same, but how they go about the goal is what makes him a villain versus kind of, well, I don't know. Xavier could be put in the villain category if you ask me myself, but that's another talk for
He did a lot of crazy shit, but he thought it was for the good of the world. But mine are the Sentinels.
Huh? Good pick though.
And I say the Sentinels because, it's the same reason I didn't want to pick Magneto. Like, good, but it felt too simple. Their reasoning was simple, but it felt good. Like, their reason for existing was to control the spread of the X gene. Basically, in the Marvel universe, some people have the X gene, which gives them special powers, like Wolverine, Magneto, all of them. So their goal was to be able to target people who have the potential gene, and they basically had a prediction. They were able to predict when your child would eventually get the gene, because a lot of people had it, but it was just dormant. So they were able to predict it so far down the line, like, hey, this person 50 kids down the line is going to give someone the X gene. I should kill them now. And they literally ended up ending the world and killing off every human. Because at some point in time, everybody would have superpowers. So it just became a factor of, when is this thing going to kill you? And the best part about them was they were made from Rogue's DNA. So they were able to morph and adapt to whatever power was fighting them. And their AI was so intelligent that they would comprehend everything you're doing in a battle, learn, and be able to kill you in the next couple minutes. Like, there was one scene I read in a comic. It was when they were fighting Colossus and Kitty. They were fighting together, and they knocked out Kitty, and she was laying on the ground in some rubble out because she was unconscious. And Kitty's powers are phase through stuff. Colossus, covers himself in metal if you've ever seen him. And they grabbed Colossus they couldn't break through his metal. They couldn't adapt to it. So they grabbed Colossus by his face and they threw him at Kitty. Now, Colossus, when he's in his metal form, is heavy as hell. They knew that he would crush Kitty if he didn't turn human. And when he turned human so they wouldn't crush Kitty, they stabbed them both.
That's crazy.
That's how smart those things were. Like, they were that smart. And that's what I loved about them. Like, they were the villains who had no real drive. They just carried out a mission and they did the shit. The only reason they were able to save it is because Logan being able to go back in time and stop shit. But
but that's the crazy thing. Like, look at the extreme that had to happen for them to stop. Like, I mean, they destroyed the world.
I had to literally go back in time and stop and do some shit you're not supposed to do. I had to touch some shit.
Which you're not supposed to do whenever you time travel. Don't touch anything.
Nigga, don't time travel. No, what? Time travel forward, not backwards. You can't fuck anything up if you go forward.
True. You're right. So, like I said, it's Magneto. But, I mean, Magneto's backstory, they found out he was a mutant and they tried to bring it out of him by killing his mom because they just knew it worked, by using tragedy. It was one way. And then...
Oh, so he's in Uchiha.
Basically, Magneto is a Uchiha. Uchiha Magneto.
Uchiha confirmed.
Confirmed. And, he just never got over it. I mean, that's tragic. Like, you watched your mom die just because you have powers. So, sorry if my background's kind of loud. I'm in a house full of people. Last time I do this. Next time, I will record only at my house. Instead of your parents' house.
You should just record it in the basement. That's what I would have did. I wouldn't have went in the...
I'm in the dining room. It's crazy.
There. I wouldn't have been in there. I would have been just... I mean, it's not soundproof or nothing, but...
Yeah, probably would have been better.
Less people bother
So, sorry all our listeners. You're meeting all of the family in the background. But yeah. So, Magneto is just like I said before, he is opposite. Like, his way of going about how to not get basically equality for mutants is basically saying mutants are going to run the world better than you. Technically true. But it's not the way to go about it. Like, Xavier wants more of a peaceful option. He's like, no. He's like, and it's because of his understanding. He's like, these people don't understand peace, which is a problem in our world. Like, they don't understand peace. They don't understand just talking it out. If something is different, it scares them and they want to fight it. And
people fear the unknown.
Right. And I can fight. And he's like, and we have the power to fight them and win. So why not? So,
but that's the only reason I couldn't like him. His tactics were a bit extreme. Like,
they were extreme.
I'm a fan of, like, if you get into a fight, like, stop fighting when you know the person's down and beaten. Like,
he's not doing it.
Magneto was the kind of guy who's gonna keep punching the nigga until someone pulls him off. So it's like, shit. You want to chill out a little bit, because you kind of defeat your purpose. Like, you only fought in self-defense. Like, he made a whole island for mutants.
Genovia. Yeah, Genovia. That is Princess Iris.
Yeah, Genosha. And when they got invaded, like, he was ready to kill everybody. Like, fuck you niggas. Don't try to take our powers away.
Especially because, but it's justified. He created Genosha as a peaceful place for mutants. He's like, all right, y'all don't want us. Y'all don't want to give us equal rights. We tried to work with y'all. I don't want to fight no more. I'm going to take my people over here and just leave us alone. We're not going to bother y'all. We're not going to attack y'all. We can attack you and win, but we're not. We're just going to be over here doing our thing. And they came over there and bothered them.
More so, it was like, you should just beat their ass, send them with their tails tucked between their legs. But I mean, it's justified, don't get me wrong, but it's like someone busting your house. If you shoot and kill them, sure, yeah, it's justified. But like, more so, if you shot them the first time, you don't gotta stand over the gun and unload the clip.
Yeah, no, he's unloading the clip.
Yeah, that's Magneto. He unload that. He air that
bang,
thing out.
Bang, like.
So that's more what I'm getting at. Like, and he knows he has the power, and that's what upsets me about him. He's a smart villain. He is. And everything he did was methodical. He never really had too much malice. Like, he tried to take over nations a couple times because he wants one thing. He wants peace. Now, his method of going about it is through war, which causes more strife and death and disliking you. He's a real Uchiha. He really is. Oh my God. But what I'm getting at is, like, talking out doesn't always work, but Theodore Roosevelt said it best. Walk soft and carry a big stick.
Yeah, that's how he tried to do it, and then made him use the stick.
Okay, so we are reaching the end, and this is like the bonus round.
What, waifus?
Because yes, your favorite anime waifus. You can go first. I'm gonna be predictable because in mine it's two of them. Like, they're equally as good to me for their own reasons. Like, I'll explain it, but go ahead,
I only have one that I thought of. I mean, I think I have more, but like, I know this is my waifu. Revi from Black Lagoon. That is Bae. She will always be Bae.
Oh, the crazy chick.
Oh.
Yo, she's actually like
two hands, Revi. First of all, like, she's a mercenary. Like, she kills for hire, and that's what they do. And like, she's just everything because she's icy. She's nice with it. She don't care. And then she's a baddie too. So that kind of like.
No, like, she's actually like low-key crazy though because of her childhood and how she was.
Yeah.
She was abused and stuff.
She was abused as a kid, and now she's just like a badass.
She don't give a fuck about life.
And it's good.
Yo, I'm pretty sure she busted a nut when that nigga. She was like, oh my God, yeah. And like, she wants to kill people.
She gets off from it. That's the crazy thing. Like, she gets off from it. Like, she is hot and bothered. And I'm just like, go ahead, shoot some. I mean,
crazy thing is, the show's just literally about their group. It's that none of the episodes have any correlation. These guys are pirates. They abduct this one guy thinking he's worth something. He's not worth shit.
They keep him.
And he ends up joining the crew. Yeah, they keep him. But he's the pussy of the group. And like, during the story, she always tells him, like, look, you were in the light, now you're in the twilight. You're gonna have to pick a side eventually. Because he's never had to kill anyone. She was like, you're gonna have to pick a side, and eventually one day you're gonna have to kill someone. And you'll be just like us. Otherwise, dip. Because you can't stay in the twilight forever. And like, his main thing was, I'm gonna stay in the twilight forever. I'm gonna be that person that is the buffer between you and everybody else.
And she's like, it's impossible to live this lifestyle and live in this life and do that. And she's like, but I mean, she's just great. Like, she's so awesome, and she can.
No, she was actually dope. I forgot all about her.
Like, she can do everything. I don't know. That's my waifu.
So Greg's waifu is Akano / Zenobia from High School DxD.
I don't even watch High School DxD.
Watch it. It's great. Bunch of titties. Don't watch it in public. People will look at you like, what the fuck are you watching? You watching porn, sir? I'm like, no, it's just titties.
That still doesn't make it okay.
If I was watching fucking Game of Thrones, I don't give a shit. It's because it's animated. Fuck you guys. So, but I like them because not only are they like pop, like I'm fine with Akano. I like Akano because she's powerful. Like, she's the main character's queen. So she's her second strongest piece off just a rip. Has immense magical energy. She uses lightning, so you already know that's a big plus for me. But she's a sadist. Yeah, she's a sadist. She gets off when she's fighting on hurting people. Like, that's her big thing. She's like, I'm gonna cause you a bunch of pain, and I'm like, okay, I'm with the shits. But she's actually half angel, half demon. So that's something that I liked in the show. You don't find that out till later. And like, I think her dad is Beelzebub, the second in charge of hell. Her dad's Beelzebub. And like, you get to meet him later on. He's a dope character. But like, she hates him because of basically how he's just had her live. Like, I'm an abomination because of it. So it's like, it's really dope, and I love her as a character because like, she's so sweet, but she also a freak. Like, she a freak. She a fucking freak. That's all I can say. She a freak. And then Zenobia. Zenobia is the rook, the second knight she has, which means she uses sword. I love sword play.
You like sword play?
She uses. Yeah, I love sword.
That's
play.
okay.
If you feel me, that's you know me. No. But she has one of the, so in High School DxD, Excalibur is a sword, but it's been broken into 7 pieces because it was just that dumbass strong. And each one of the 7 pieces has a different part. It does something different. Her piece of Excalibur is Excalibur Destruction. It's just the raw stopping power of Excalibur, and its nickname is like Durandal. So it's fucking dope. Originally she works for the church before she finds out that God is dead. Oh, wow. The church has been lying to her. Yeah, God's been dead for a while, and the angel Michael's taken the died. Yeah, so she finds that out, and she's like, the demons haven't lied to me. The demons are cool. And I've seen, and she sees Issei. She sees his powers, like, he's dope as fuck. I want to follow him. And like, from then on out, her mission is to get his seed.
Nillatron.
She's a part of their crew and all, but like, she comes to this man at the worst times, like, yo, put your seed in me. And he's like, oh, what?
Okay,
I'm a virgin. Yeah, no, she's really to the point. Like, she pulled up on him, and when this other chick was like, yo, what are you doing? She's like, oh, I'm trying to get his seed in me. Oh, you want to have a devil's threesome? And she's like, what? Yo, like, she's just straightforward as fuck, and I like that. I fuck with it. And she can fight. Like, she's good at fighting. Let's not disregard that. But, yeah, so those are my 2 anime waifus. Look them up if you want. High School DxD comes censored and uncensored. I censored just because eventually you're gonna see a titty in your life. Get the fuck over it.
I hope.
Look, I'm honest about it. I hope so. Other than your mother's when you're a baby.
That's nasty. Okay, I have an honorable mention because like, he's not a hero, he's not a villain. Like, it depends on how you want to look at him. Because a lot of people say he's the antagonist, but then he like kind of develops into a protagonist. It's Askeladd in Vinland Saga.
Askeladd is technically a protagonist. He's like an anti-hero.
But he's not. Like, by the end of it, he's no longer an antagonist. You get it? Like,
he's like Vegeta.
But Vegeta isn't a protagonist anymore. Vegeta's like a part of the squad.
That means he's a protagonist.
Not anymore.
He was an antagonist.
I mean, but that's how Askeladd is. Like, he develops into a protagonist. Like, oh, he's so good. So, Vinland Saga, I talked about it.
Man's still a dick.
He's not a dick.
Yo, he lost the duel. He knew he lost. And then was like, bet, we'll let your kid go. And then proceeds to kill him.
Okay.
Fucking dick.
Okay, yes, in the beginning, but he had a reason. He hated Vikings. Like, did you see his dad? His dad wasn't shit. Like, what did you want from him?
His dad didn't claim him. Like, he was a bastard child.
He was a bastard child.
Ascalon means son of Ash.
But it's not just that. It's also like just his development and how his development is gonna make, you know, Thorfinn like the best character ever. Like after this, which is gonna be like.
I mean, he's starting to grow on him, as you can see. Cause
yeah, he like.
I don't listen to you, but he'll be like, I gotta listen to
right, because he knows what he's talking about, and he acts like he doesn't have a heart, and in a lot of ways he doesn't, but he does, and you see it kind of shine through in little things that he does. Like, he's looking out for the people he cares about. It may not be the same people who everybody else cares about, but he's looking out for his. You can't be mad about that.
He's literally just looking out for his. That's his entire character. No. Look, I've been doing this shit for a long time. I have to make the world a good place and have my people on top.
Right.
And he literally tells like the prince, I'll be your weapon. Like, I killed your mans if you want to. If not, I'm gonna be the best bodyguard you ever had.
Right. So it's like I can't even be mad. I can't. Like, he's an honorable mention because he falls in that gray area. Like, he is very gray. Like, even because a lot of like, yes, he starts off as a serious protagonist. I mean, he kills Yo's dad like in front of him, and then says, all right, like, if you can beat me in a duel, then you can have your revenge. And of course, like, you learn Ascalon is a boss. He's never gonna beat him in a fair fight. Like,
he almost did the first time. He had to play dirty fucking win. Let's be honest. But that's the reason, like, he's got so much
experience. He has so much fighting experience. Yeah.
When Ascalon lost his fucking cool, he cut a nigga in half in one
yes.
So,
yes. Like,
but it's more so like he always was trying to keep
right,
cool.
Because a lot of times when he does fight, he's fighting, you know, on cool terms. Like, he's mellow, he's cool, but then he, like, you know, once don't let him let loose, because he can and he will, and y'all not about to win. Except for Thor's.
If he makes that shield, he'd be able to take out that whole squad that was like surrounding him. He would be good.
Except for Thor's. Thor's is a different story, but Thor's is that nigga.
Thor's was a different beast. He knocked out Thorkel. Thorkel's a fucking giant. Everybody's scared of Thorkel.
Not only did he knock him out,
Ascalon was scared of Thorkel.
He knocked him out. He fought 30 dudes and didn't kill not one. He just moved him out of his way, really, with no weapon. He's like the Madara of Vinland Saga.
Yeah, but that's the plot. Niggas that are super strong just die because of
plot.
Hate it.
Nah.
Gotta hate it.
Boo.
But I'm still, you know, I still like it. I still need to finish like the last 2 episodes, I think. But that's it. But
that's everything.
That's everything on my list.
I mean,
next
I did
week,
Disney, but you
you're not
didn't.
sure what we're talking about yet.
Well, I think we decided on doing like dislikes, like animes that we dropped, characters that we hate,
shit animes
and shitty characters.
Let's just say right now, Superman's on that damn
just
list.
Be ready to hear us shit on Superman some more, guys.
Yeah, if you like,
I feel like it's a good way. I feel like everything we're saying is just for you guys to get to know us, like favorite animes, favorite characters, stuff we don't like. Like,
that's that shit I don't like. I think I might.
Bang bang. Like, welcome to the podcast. Like, this is our welcome. Get to know us. We're trying to get to know you. So just make sure you comment, like, subscribe on Spotify, iTunes.
Yeah,
YouTube.
Definitely. Make sure
and comment.
Make sure to follow us. Oh shit! Make sure to follow us on Spotify. Give this podcast 5 stars on Apple Music
please.
so that we move up in the algorithm. And when I post these on YouTube, make sure to like, subscribe, and definitely share them for all your anime and weeb friends.
Yeah.
Also, if you can, comment down low. Who's your favorite antagonist and protagonist of the respective anime, DC, and Marvel? And who's your waifu?
Who's your waifu?
Because everybody's
right. Let us know. We'll talk about it on the next pod, of course. And just, we want you guys involved. Send us topics you want to hear us talk about. If you want to be a guest too, let us know. We'll have you on. We'll talk to you about stuff. And shit.
Definitely. If you want to be a guest, definitely come and let us know. We're all just send us a
let them know your tags again. Let them know where you.
Oh yeah, you guys can find me on IG at Galaxy Greg, spelled GA1AXYGR3G. That is my IG, Twitter, and Instagram. If you want to, IG, Twitter, Instagram. Yeah, IG, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. I said Instagram twice. That's why I was freaking.
It's fine.
So make sure you follow me on those if you want to, get the latest and greatest updates. Also, you can follow me on Twitch. I stream. Oh Jesus, Killian's loud. I also stream sometimes during the week, especially with this going on. I might not be streaming too much this week because of finals, but definitely there's videos up currently that you can go watch. That name is also Galaxy Greg. Go and check that out. Give me some feedback. Let me know what you want to see. Benta, go ahead and give us your handle.
Okay, so before I give my handles, the podcast handle, so Be More Nerdy on Twitter and Instagram. Make sure you follow us there.
One word or space.
Yeah, one word, no spaces. That's where you'll get updates about us. I'll be posting some get to know your hosts, which is me, DIVAxoxo, Galaxy Greg, and DJ T Jones. So even though he's not here today with us, but he'll be back. So we'll just, update you with that stuff there. And I'd love to retweet you guys, follow you guys, share your stuff. And then my handles, I only have Instagram. Sorry, guys. But you can follow me on Instagram at always the diva. It's an underscore between every word. So always _the _diva on Instagram. And I look forward to hearing from you guys.
All right. And with that, I'm going to say my close. I'm Galaxy Greg and Space Awaits. Peace out, you guys.
Bye, my loves.